Hey guys, Justin Bryant here from selfmadesuccess.com. And if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, if you're looking to start your own business and aren't really sure where to start, maybe you don't have much of a budget or you've just never done this before, well, I got 50 business ideas for you that are legitimate, that are pretty cheap to start, and that can be scaled up if you become very successful. So the first one is you could be a dog breeder. Now, pretty much everybody loves dogs or some kind of animals, but you can actually make very good money being a dog breeder, and a lot of people don't even realize that. But you could sell, say, a litter of boxers, which is just a type of dog, for $500 to $1,000 a pup. So, depending on the bloodline of the dogs and everything and their breed, you can make a lot of money as a dog breeder. Number two, music lessons. A lot of people want to learn how to play the guitar, play the drums, play the bass, and you can give music lessons if you already know how to do these things, and hopefully you know how to kind of break it down, make it easy for people to learn. So why not try music lessons? Number three, computer repair. Now, everybody needs a computer these days, and people are going to have computers that break down all the time. So if you know how to repair these, you can really make a good business out of that. Number four, event planning. So if you love parties, if you love events for people, whether it's business events, whether it's recruiting events, whether it's parties, whether it's birthdays, whatever it is, if you love big parties and events and things like that, you might be a planner if you're really good at throwing them. Number five, a household organizer. So a lot of people don't have time to actually organize their house, clean it up, or just make things easier, make the rooms flow better based on what the constant hobbies and needs of the family are. And there are actually people that will organize a home based on the needs of the family, and the activities maybe the kids do or the wife does. So you could be a household organizer if you're good at making rooms flow and make the house organized for specific purposes. Number six, you can be a personal trainer. If you love working out, if you love health, you can become a certified personal trainer. Obviously you need to get certification for this, but a lot of people are looking to get in better health these days. A lot of people are really starting to try to learn how to do this, but most people don't do very well on their own. You might go to a gym, but you might not make a lot of progress. So a personal trainer can really push them, really take them to the next level, because maybe you already know what it's like to be in their shoes and what it's like to get over the hump and reach your fitness goals. Number seven, you can be a tax preparer. Nobody likes doing their taxes, and a lot of times they can get very complicated. So you can make a living just helping people do their taxes, getting them prepared before they have to send them in, and hopefully help them get the most money back that they can, and help them avoid fines or jail time. Number eight, you can do used book sales. So books are always on demand, even though ebooks are becoming very popular now with the Kindle and all the devices we have now. There are still a lot of people that prefer the hardbacks or the paperback books over the digital ones. So you can sell used books whether you already have them, or if you go to other places and you find some maybe at garage sales or something, and they're worth something, you can get those books and resell them. Number nine, you can be a freelance graphic designer. So if you love art, if you love designing things, and you're pretty good with a computer, you might do this just for designing infographics, designing blog graphics, designing graphics for video presentations, for websites, for advertisements, for labels of products, for t-shirts, hats, whatever it is. You can pretty much use graphic design for anything. Number 10 is being a landscaper. So if you're good at making yards look good, if you have some lawn care tools, maybe a good lawn mower, you got a lot of rakes and tools that help you make the house look nice. A lot of people just don't have time to do it, or they just don't want to do it. So being a landscaper is always an option. Number 11, a moving service. If you could get a big truck for moving, that's really all you need. That and some manpower. So there's always going to be people moving from place to place, whether it's for new jobs or to give their kids a better school district or whatever. Moving services are always going to be in demand, and you can provide that service just by getting a truck and having a couple people working with you. Number 12, bed and breakfast. This is kind of something a lot of people don't consider, but if you have a nice, maybe older 2-story house or something, or you like people and you don't mind fixing big breakfasts for them and just giving them a home to stay in for a night or two, you might consider having a bed and breakfast. Number 13, you can start your own daycare from your own house. If you love kids, if you know a lot of friends that might have kids around the same age as yours, or even if you don't have kids and you just like to take care of them, you can actually sort of work from home as a daycare parent and just take care of people's kids while they're at work. And with so many people working multiple jobs and working late in their main jobs, this is a big demand business. Number 14, you can do pet sitting. If you like dogs, you like cats, you like birds, you like goldfish, whatever it is, you can sit for the pets. You can take care of them, maybe walk them, make sure they're fed and have water and things like that. Just play with them a little bit while the owners are gone. Maybe they're on vacation, maybe they're just really busy all day and they want someone to help their dogs or cats or something be less lonely. Pet sitting could be an option. Number 15, you could do Christmas tree sales. So around every year, Christmas brings in a lot of tree sales because a lot of people really like to have the natural tree. They have a tradition of picking a natural tree instead of a fake one, and so they'll go out to these farms and try to find a Christmas tree. So you can actually farm Christmas trees and sell them. And the great thing about things like this is holidays and big events and stuff like that are times when people tend to spend more than what they're worth. They don't do a whole lot of research. They'll just go and buy a tree basically for what you put the price on. So holidays can bring in lots of revenue, and if you sell Christmas trees and have a big farm without a lot of competition in the area, you can do really well. Number 16, you can be a website developer. And everybody needs a website if you have some kind of business, if you're a writer or whatever, but a website developer is always going to be in demand, and actually they're becoming more and more in demand. A lot more people are trying to get degrees and this type of stuff, and a lot of people are actually just learning it through taking courses because they might need to develop their own stuff. But a lot of people don't have time to develop websites, edit websites, and things like that. So you can be the one to provide the solutions, and you could even upscale and train a staff of people to do it for you. So it's a lot of great potential in that. Number 17, you could be a rug cleaner. Now this might sound kind of weird, but a lot of people are not great at keeping their stuff clean, and rugs in particular are very tricky to take care of, especially expensive rugs and very exotic ones. So you can be the one to take care of these rugs and clean them properly and do it for them so that they don't mess up $10,000 rug or something. Number 18, you can be a photographer, and photographers can make money a lot of different ways. They can sell their images to stock photo websites. They can sell their images as professionals in frames and things like that, where they sell art. Photographers are always going to be in demand because businesses need them. People planning events need them. Presentations need them. Photos are in everything, so being a photographer, if you're good and you consistently stay with it and are always creating new content, can really be a great job to have. Number 19, massage therapy. And a lot of people actually have a lot of back trouble, a lot of pulled muscles or nerve damage and all kinds of stuff, to where massage therapy is one of the best things they can do. And if you're pretty good at that, if you get certified, which you really need to do, you get certified as a massage therapist, you can start a business doing that, and you could even go to their homes instead of them having to go out and find a actual location to do this. So you can make it a lot more convenient for them by doing something like that. Number 20, you could start a farm stand, and this might not seem like something a lot of people do these days, but actually farm stands are still in demand because a lot of people are getting more and more into organic foods. They're starting to get away from fast food and things like that. A lot of people are starting to realize that the dangers to their health from eating bad stuff all the time, and are looking to farmers markets and things like that to find natural organic food that they know is fresh. So you can start a farm stand if you love farming. Number 21, if you're good with hair, if you're creative, if you're precise, you're detail oriented, you can be a hairstylist. You can help people look good, you can help people get their confidence up, and hairstylists are always going to be in demand because it's really hard to cut your own hair, and everybody's got hair, so you might as well try it if you're good at it. Number 22, graffiti removal. This is kind of creative, but there's always going to be graffiti in big cities where there's a lot of walls and old buildings and things like that. And graffiti, a lot of people don't even know how to remove it. They don't even think to remove it. But there are certain ways you can, and you probably won't have a whole lot of competition with this. So it could be a very small niche business, but it can really pay off if you're kind of the leader in graffiti removal for your city. Number 23, gift basket service. Now, like I said before, events are great times when people tend to spend more than their budget, or they don't even set a budget in the first place. So a gift basket service can be for birthdays, for new neighbors, for people joining a club, for gift baskets for weddings, gift baskets for people attending just about any kind of event, things like that. Gift baskets are great for, so you might do that for different holidays, different birthdays, events, things like that. Number 24, you can do fence installation, which everybody needs a fence, but some people need more complicated fences than others. A lot of people don't want just a white picket fence or a chain link fence. They want something a little nicer, so you can be the specialist in fences. Instead of them having to just kind of get someone who does overall construction, you can get hired as someone who specializes in different types of fences, different types of materials, and different types of designs for them. Number 25, you can be a desktop publisher. You can use a program like LibreOffice or something like that, to where you can create all kinds of documents and things for people if they don't have time to do them themselves. And you can make graphs, you can make data more organized for people, you can make all kinds of different documents, and it's really helpful for businesses. Number 26, you can do appliance repair, and everybody's got appliances, whether it's an apartment, whether it's a house, and we have washers, we have dryers, we have coffee makers, we have microwaves, we have all these different appliances that we need to keep running all the time to keep our daily lives fairly convenient. So if you're good at appliance repair, you can be kind of a niche service where you specialize in fixing those types of things. Number 27, if you love weddings, if you love seeing people get married and be happy and things like that, you can be a wedding planner. And like I said, events are where people tend to overspend. So weddings, you may have seen other entrepreneurs talk about how people really spend a lot of money on weddings, and they always seem to do so. And if you're a wedding planner, you get to actually see people be happy all the time. You get to plan events, things like that, and you get to probably make some very good money if you're pretty decent at it. So, I mean, there's not a lot of downsides to doing this. Number 28, you can do upholstering. Now, whether that's car interior, whether that's chairs, whether that's couches, upholstering is always going to be in demand because people always need furniture in many shapes and forms. So if you're good with cloth, if you're good at sewing, you're good at putting things like that together, maybe you're creative, maybe you have a certain style that people love, you might try that. Number 29, you can do small engine repair. And when I mean small engine, I don't mean cars and things like that. I'm talking about engines and maybe like lawn mowers, maybe motorcycles, or probably something smaller than that even. But there's engines in a lot of different things, and you can make a pretty good living being a small engine repairer. They even have engines in, motorized scooters and stuff. But you could even work your way up to snowmobiles and bikes, and if you want to do cars later on, go ahead, but you may want to specialize in things that most people wouldn't think about. Number 30, you can do a solar energy consultant, which basically inspects a house and gives a quote on what they can do as far as solar energy for their home or building. And if you're really passionate about clean energy and things like that, that might be a great job, because solar energy is definitely going to be growing. You can do property management. There's a lot of home renters that don't have time to go and collect money and fix appliances and fix leaks and replace fixtures and things like that for these properties all the time. They might have a lot of different properties, and so they might hire a property management service. So if you're pretty good with houses and things like that, you might want to work with some renters and do this. Number 32, you can be a notary public or a justice of the peace, where basically you be present for different things and you sign that you were there. And this can be for a lot of different things, even weddings, for instance, just to make sure that it's legal, and you act as the one who witnessed what happened to make sure that it's legal for what they did. Number 33, you can do a marketing copywriter service, where you write copy through the form of emails, through the form of advertising and things like that for marketing companies. And if you're a pretty good writer, if you're very persuasive, this might be a great option for you, because marketing copywriters can actually make quite a bit of money. Number 34, if you're into jewelry and you're pretty good at making things that are unique, you can be a jewelry maker. And some people do this with a stand, some people end up having their own store, some people go to different events and sell them there. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but you can sell jewelry even in tourist places part-time if you wanted to. So jewelry is always going to be in demand, and if you're pretty creative, you're pretty good at it, then why not try it? Number 35, home inspection. People need inspections for a lot of different reasons, but if you're about to sell a house, if you're about to rent a house, whatever the reason may be for the inspection, a lot of people need inspections for different reasons. So if you're good with houses and you know how far away appliances need to be from certain areas, you know where cabinets need to be, you know where the electrical is supposed to be located, you're good with blueprints, things like that, and home inspection might be for you. Number 36, a home energy auditor basically is someone who inspects a house and lets you know how to optimize your energy so that you can save on your electric bill. A lot of people are looking to do this, especially in hot locations, or even cold locations, depending on where you are. But especially like in hot locations where the energy bills tend to be high, just to keep the AC up. You can go to wind power, you can go to solar power, you can go to you can do more insulation in your house, things like that. Someone can actually audit your home and let you know the best way to optimize it. Number 37, you can be a freelance sports coach, which is, you can be a private golf coach, private tennis coach, private basketball coach, private football coach, whatever it is. There are private coaches all over the place that don't just work for a school or don't just work for a professional team. You can be a private coach and work one-on-one with your clients to give them better advice than they would have gotten in a group setting. Number 38, you can go to flea markets. You can flip stuff from flea markets. A lot of people have good eyes for certain goods. People that are involved with pawn shops and things like that tend to be good with that stuff. But if you have an eye for things that are valuable, that other people don't know are valuable, that you could resell, then being a flea market flipper could be something you might do. You could be a financial planner if you're good at helping people save money over time, plan for retirement, and things like that. You're good with money, you're good at making budgets and actually helping people with that. You could get certified to be a financial planner, and yes, you need to be certified to do this, just like with a lot of things, but it might be a great thing for you to do. You can be an expert witness and have your own service for that. And an expert witness is someone who actually is an expert on something involved in a case, and they might need to call you to the stand just to give a neutral point of view and let the jury or the judge know exactly the details they're looking for certain types of cases without being biased in any way about the trial. Number 41, you can do an editorial service. Now this can include a lot of different things, whether it's editing, whether it's writing, whether it's managing, but people are always going to be writing when it comes to news, blog posts, newspapers, and other different services, and editorial services are always going to be in demand because it's not really something you can just automate with software or something like a lot of jobs. Number 42, you can be an eBay assistant or seller, whatever you want to do, but eBay is a great place to find and sell things. It's a great place to set up an e-store, and if you're good with eBay, if you're good at selling things quickly, if you're good at finding things for bargains, you might help people sell stuff on eBay, or you might set up your own store and sell your own stuff on eBay. Number 43, you can be a consultant of pretty much any kind, whether you're good with marketing, whether you're good with social media, whether you're good with management, whether you're good with electrical work or construction. You can consult for just about any company just to share your thoughts on what they're doing, help them come up with a better plan of action, tell them what they're doing wrong, what they should do instead, and just share your knowledge and help them figure out different problems and situations without actually having to do any hard labor or actually be an employee of the company. Number 44, you can do a cleaning service, and some cleaning services really flourish and get a lot of employees to help, but if you run an honest business and you can clean quickly and do a quality job, a lot of people don't have time to do this, or they just don't want to, so you can clean big houses, small houses, medium houses, whatever it is, a cleaning service is always going to be in demand. Number 45, you can be a business plan service, and a lot of people don't know how to get a startup off the ground. They don't know how to bring a product into the marketplace the right way, and helping them create a solid business plan where they can follow it step by step is a very useful service to have. Number 46, you can do boat maintenance, which if you've ever owned a boat or known anyone that's owned a boat, you know is a full-time job in itself. A boat is a lot of fun to have. It's a very big toy and it requires lots of maintenance. You have to keep it from certain problems that low temperatures can cause. You have to, maintain oil levels and just fix it all the time a lot, because boats just tend to be a handful no matter whether it's new or used. So if you're good with boats, you're good with boat maintenance, that can be a very good service to be in. You can do bicycle repair. And bicycle repair shops don't seem very common, as far as I've never seen a lot of them. But if you're good with bikes, if you don't want to do anything too complicated like cars or boats, you might do a bicycle repair shop where you focus on helping people get back on biking trails and stuff by keeping their bikes working properly, and so they don't have to try to do it themselves. Number 48, you can be an accountant. If you're good with numbers, if you don't mind long hours at a desk, you might be good with this. You're good with money. You need to have a degree in this or some kind of certification to do it, but if you are good at it and you're certified to do it, you might be an accountant. Number 49, you can be a freelance handyman, which basically can cover, woodwork, electrical, plumbing, roofing, all kinds of stuff. So if you're a handyman and you're just good at quite a few things that keep a house running, then you can be a freelance handyman or woman. And last but not least, you can try being a personal chef, where people who have some pretty big money, they don't even want to make their own food anymore, or they want certain types of food all the time to keep them on a certain diet. So a personal chef makes a lot of sense. And if you're very good at what you do, you have a good reputation, you can build that reputation, but you might start with smaller clients and build up as you build your reputation. Or if you're sick of just working in the restaurant industry, you want to do things yourself, your own way, then you can be a personal chef. So that's 50 great ways to start a business for entrepreneurs, whether you're experienced or not. If you got something from this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe so I can bring you more great videos like this to help you start a successful business. If you want to mention some other business ideas you had, or mention your favorite on this list, or even just let me know what you thought about the video, don't forget to leave a comment. If you want to contact me directly, if you want to get more in-depth articles or some step-by-step courses, tools, things like that, you can go to selfmadesuccess.com. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a great day.